Hey everybody, it's Jang here with my work in progress LEGO City layout. I've been giving regular updates on sections of this that have been changed over time, but I haven't done a full walkthrough of the entire city in a while, so let's change that now. I'm going to start in this corner with my fire apparatus and fire station, which has actually been around for a good amount of time, and surprisingly, I still like it. I haven't gotten the desire to change this up yet. I like the color scheme. It's completely detailed on the inside. It holds enough stuff. I'm happy with the size and everything. So this is a nice little starting point, I guess. I also have the fire train back here, and I've shown that going around the layout before. On the water tower here, I've got the rescue air ambulance. However, that has no place to land. Where my hospital is going to go is currently empty because I've taken that entire base plate to my workspace to actually work on the hospital and finish it. Across the street is my custom police station, which is also fully detailed on the inside. And everything that I'm covering here has its own video if you want to see more details. Not so happy with the look of this one, especially from this side over here, just because of the jail section above the garage. Just doesn't look that great. A little kind of plain. Also have the police train over there. And then across the street from that is a whole lot of construction stuff and destruction stuff. This particular section has mostly official LEGO sets, but a little bit of custom stuff in here. And this is all going to be my downtown area. This is where my office buildings will be placed, as well as skyscrapers. And that's all just yet to be designed or built at all. So for now, rather than having just a bunch of empty space, I've put some stuff there because stuff looks better than no stuff. I'm also going to have to put in my train station over here, which is going to connect between the passenger main line and the elevated line, but that's all to come. Across the street from all this action is my shopping mall. And this I'm still very happy with, and this is my first time, I think, really seeing it from this side and showing it from this side with the lights on from above. You can see that the lights actually are able to shine through the huge skylight areas, and you can just see some of the level of detail in there. You viewers have made this my most popular thing that I've done, period. My most popular video on YouTube is the video covering basically a whole tour through this shopping mall. So thank you very much for all of your support on this. I really appreciate it, and I'm glad that all of you have been able to enjoy this thing, because I've also enjoyed it as well. I especially enjoyed building it, of course. And then across the street from that, I've got a little bit more kind of medium to light commercial section, which right now has my one pet shop modular in place just temporarily. There's also the Hut's Pizza here, and the gem shop, the Mystic Gem shop that are customs. Several more custom buildings to be put over there. And then my shell station with an integrated car wash, which is also detailed on the inside. This also has a convenience store that's detailed on the inside. And there's also kind of an attached, or it was almost attached, little car repair area over here. Another of my older builds. Above that, you can see my elevated train itself, 4 studs wide, powered by actual modern LEGO power functions. And I'm still pretty happy with this. This went through a lot of revisions. It's really tough to get stuff into the space of just 4 studs without it looking really ugly and having just everything filled up completely. It actually carries passengers, so still pretty happy with that. Back down on the ground, I did put in temporarily the City Square LEGO store, but that'll go away eventually because I already have a larger and better LEGO store in my mall, and next to that is my organic grocery store. This brings us to the far corner of the tables over here, and this is where my Planetary Defense Force base will be. Currently there's nothing there but just, you know, some random stuff kind of strewn about. A lot of my troops are out, and some of the smaller things that I've built are here, as well as the larger supply shuttle, kind of utility shuttle that's set up there. But this all needs to be built up. The only thing that's really new since my last update here is that I've finally cut the smaller legs for the table that's going underneath. But again, a ton of building needs to be done here because this is all going to be connected from bottom to top. It's all going to have structures on the inside that'll connect everything, and there'll be a lot of detail and lights and stuff. So I'm looking forward to that, but it's yet to come. I've also got the City 2015 Summer Space Sets. I've got a whole video covering that. Across the street from that, I've got temporarily the Quickie Mart because it's such a cool build, and then the LEGO Jurassic World stuff. This is all of the LEGO Jurassic World boxed sets from that first wave for summer 2015 that came out before the movie, and these were put in place fairly quickly. Really didn't put a whole lot of effort into it, but did put down some base plates, a bunch of rocks, and some foliage stuff just to help kind of make it look a little bit more natural. A little bit. Across from that, I've got the summer 2015 LEGO City Deep Sea Exploration stuff, but most of that is under the table. Got a whole video covering all of this as well, of course. And this was intended to be a temporary display. I planned this long before the sets came out. However, I like this stuff, I like this theme so much that I may just hold on to this and even add to it in the future. There's a possibility that I could do some custom stuff or add some older LEGO underwater themed sets as I get those and review them, just for nostalgia's sake. That brings us back up to the surface, and this gets into the industrial area over here, which completely needs to be built up. It's very temporary so far. This is something that will be done later on down the line, and this is kind of a major cargo transfer section where you can get cargo transferred between ships and trains and trucks, and I'll have custom cranes set up for that. Maybe a little bit of warehousing will be done over here, but that's an area that I'm going to really enjoy eventually once I start working on it. Tons of train related stuff in on my layout because I love trains, and I'm not going to be taking out trains. I'm going to only be adding trains because I like them so much, and given that it's my layout, you know, it's really important for me to really enjoy this stuff. Right now I've got mostly custom stuff and some non-custom stuff. I want to really shift that towards 100% custom, or at least 90% custom, with all the rolling stock being custom and all of the locomotives being custom. But for now, you know, I've still got a handful of things that are actual official LEGO sets, and just so much track. This is all actual 9-volt track, so all these can be powered by 9-volt motors. It's also compatible with the newer power function stuff. This is yet to be developed further, but I enjoy it so far. Towards the streets from the major train yards, I've got more industrial section that's just being built up, and this has more custom than non-custom construction equipment in it for now, but this will be built up with a couple of factories and some other industrial related buildings. On a temporary basis, I have brought in a handful of the LEGO City sets and pieces over here, again, just to fill space, because it's better to have something there rather than just nothing. At least I think so. And then beneath the table, I've got the Minecraft display. So this is the nether area over here, which was recently completed in version 1, probably be expanded later on more upwards and such, but this took a ton of bricks and quite a lot of time. And next to that is the overworld section of Minecraft, which mostly has things from my older LEGO City that I did before. This was previously up on the top level. Again, things are detailed on the inside, and you know, the things have individual videos for them. Even this house has a basement that's built into the base of the hill that it's built on. So you've got more stuff than you can see there. Kind of a half of a ravine here, which includes Homer Simpson with his Spider Pig does whatever Spider Pig does. I want to put some Minecraft, some minecart track through here, but I kind of need to figure out how that's done. So that's kind of just a TBD or TBA. The Minecraft and regular LEGO worlds have finally collided just ever so slightly in the smallest way back behind my zoo, another of my older creations that I'm still decently happy with, but this one, if I had a chance, I would completely redo though. Even though I think it looks pretty decent, it's kind of a mess just because there's so much stuff that I wanted to get into such a small space. I mean, it's actually a fairly large space, but in LEGO terms, it ends up being small when you want to put a lot of stuff in here. I've got a combination or kind of a mix of custom-built, brick-built animals and some of the molded ones. I've got some of the mosaics back there. I did shorten the primate paddock just a little bit. The aviary is just chock full of all kinds of birds. Got a gift shop. There's an entomology display back there, but my pride and joy of this is definitely the aquarium section. Again, with the underwater stuff, I just really enjoy the underwater scenes. They look so nice to me. So this has all kinds of different animals in them, or in it, that definitely would be incompatible in real life, but fortunately this isn't real life. Got a little tube where visitors can go underneath and have sharks that are swimming up over above. I've got, you know, little soft coral in there, and invertebrates and mammals and fish, just all kinds of things. And I really enjoy this, and I hope to be able to expand this at some point in the future and maybe also add in some extra lighting so you can see it better. And that brings us over to the third corner of the layout. I've got the playground here, which is slowly becoming slightly more colorful, and that'll become more colorful in the future. Has yet to be blended back into the new terrain that's here, relatively new terrain, with a little bit of a park section that needs to be built up a little bit more. Got the shoreline pretty well blended in now, a little shoreline recreational area, and that's right next to the small private marina area with the Harbor Master's office, which is also detailed on the inside. This eventually must be outfitted with only custom boats, but right now I still have some non-custom boats in there. It looks like 3 custom, 3 non-custom. I need to fix that ratio. It needs to be 100% custom because I really like boats as well. And this is all next to a train line, my outer train loop. I've got 2 full loops, or actually 3 full loops, and this comes up above the water so I can get to the drawbridge, which is a working drawbridge. There's a whole video on this as well. That's powered by a Power Functions motor that's under there. There's gearing under there. There's a battery box that's under there. You can turn the thing on from the outside, and everything is closed up so you don't see any of the wiring or anything. I'm pretty happy with that. And that brings us to the residential area as planned before. And this is supposed to be all custom residences, but I haven't had the time to build custom residences, so I've just put in the official Lego house sets that I have reviewed. And it looks great, I think. It makes me really happy looking at this end of the world because it just looks like life. It looks like colorful Lego life. Really happy with this. I'm glad that I decided to allow myself to put non-custom stuff in here because it looks so much better than just leaving it all completely empty and open. Speaking of empty and open, I was left with enough space to put in the Fairground mixer set, as well as some of its components over here. This is supposed to be also a residential area, but without the residences built up yet, why not put in some other stuff? As well as the Ferris wheel. This was a viewer request from a whole lot of viewers to put these 2 into my city, so I've actually been able to do it. It's rare that I'm able to do that because so much of my space is reserved, like 100% of my space is reserved, but I was able to borrow space temporarily to put these in, and I think they look pretty good, but they're not going to be around for too much longer. And look at this. This brings us all the way back to the other corner. So this is right where we started. You've now seen it all. Well, at least on the surface from the outside. Still got my lighting set up as well with the Wi-Fi controlled Philips Hue lights, which allow me to change the mood and also change to different times of day and night as well, which looks really cool, and get towards the purples and the blues. But that's just another little extra thing that I can do to kind of change up how things look at different times. There is a small half table out there in the middle that I didn't show that just has the Vampire Mansion on it, but that's also reserved space. 100% of the space that you see here is either obviously currently in use or already has plans for it. So no major section here is going to be taken out other than just the temporary areas on the far end where I have only official sets, whole series of official sets. It's just a temporary zone for temporary displays. There's no more room in this room for more tables, so what you see is the size of the city. So this is what I have to work with, but obviously there's still a ton of work to be done and plenty of space to do that work. I'll continue to do update videos as that work is done, and you'll be able to see some sneak previews of stuff if you follow me on Instagram as well. I hope you've enjoyed this little tour. I thank you very much for watching. I hope that you'll stick around to check out more of my videos that are on the way very soon.